Hey YouTube, Daniel Carmer 305 here, and I'm gonna, not a let's play, but I'm kicking off my new series called Redstuff. It's gonna be a Minecraft series that deals with redstone and all kinds of contraptions, and to kick off this, it's gonna be more of a tutorial series, but to kick it off, I'm not gonna have a tutorial, I'm gonna have a demonstration of this relatively big redstone project I made. It's a thing that displays numbers 1 to 9 by itself with the click of a button, and I'm going to start by flipping the switch, which is the loop switch. When it's down, which equals on, it'll loop the numbers, and when it's up is off, it'll only play it once. And this on the gold block is the start. So I'll hit that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and because the loop switch is on, it will go back and start again from 1. So let me shut off the loop switch, and I'll show you how it stops after 9. So what number are we on now? 4. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now since the loop switch is off, 9 is going to be the last one, and it stops the system until you press the button again. Now I'm going to demonstrate exactly how I made this from start to finish, starting from here. Well, you just assemble this and put the redstone, put the torches like that, but that's kind of obvious. We're not talking about building things, we're talking about the actual mechanics of it. So what I did is I grouped it into panels. I made 7 panels. That's panel 1, that's panel 2, that's panel 3, that's panel 4, panel 5, panel 6, and panel 7. When a panel has power, all of the torches will light. No, you cannot light one torch of a panel without lighting the rest of them, which is kind of realistic. It's like those numbers that you see on an elevator or on your microwave, how they're all made up of those 7 like sticks. So that's how I basically put this together, and then I grouped them so that, let's say, the bottom 3 are grouped here and have, this is the input. If you apply power to this input, well, not exactly here, because here, if you apply power to this, then it will light the bottom row, the bottom panel. And exactly like all of them, lighting this would light the middle, this would light the top. So that's how I group them. That's the bottom, middle, and top, and each go down to the input. The sides I group like this, and like that, and the same on the other side. And I have all the signs here: center bottom, center middle, center top, left bottom, and right top and right bottom. Then I just extended all of the outputs to make them more orderly and put each one onto a diamond block. Left bottom, or bottom left, my bad. So if you apply power to bottom left, well, not here, to bottom left, then bottom left will light, because this is just an extension of it. And night is coming, so when night comes, I'll take a nap in this bed over here, and I'll continue. So that's left bottom, and the same like that. It all goes like that. Left bottom. The order is left bottom, left top, right bottom, right top, bottom, middle, and top. And when I say bottom, middle, top, I mean the center ones, the horizontal panels. Let's see if I can sleep in the bed yet. And yes, I hacked the items to this. Then what I did is a little bit further out, I started making these. These signs tell you what number would be displayed if you were to apply power to this. So if you were to apply power to this, it would display a 1. And what do you know? It displays a 1. Let's go to one of the further out. Let's say 5. You were to apply power to this one, it displays a 5. And they all work like that. Now, how do they work is a little bit more complicated. Each one of the numbers branches out and connects to all the panels required to make that number. So let's follow 1. Sorry. And this would not be possible to make so small without redstone repeaters, because for most number displays, this is very, very small. But I'll be honest, when most of these were made, they didn't have redstone repeaters, but they could act like a diode. And what a diode is it allows electricity to flow in one direction but not another. And if you notice, the texture has little arrows on them. That's the direction of the diode. They can only flow in the direction of the arrows. So electricity can flow this way through the arrow. It cannot flow back here. And I'll explain why I actually have this later. So if we follow this, redstone here for 1 goes all the way here, connects to bottom left and top left. And bottom left and top left are those which would make a 1. If you go to 2, you would find the exact same thing. It would go to bottom left, top right, top, middle, and bottom. And that would make it 2. And like that for all of them. Now, another secret, another secret to making it so small is what I like to call number combination. For example, 8 and 9 are great examples. 8, I do not have 8 branching off to every single one over there, because that would take way too much space and make it way too complicated. Instead, if we follow 8, what you'll see is that since 1 is all the ones on the left and 3 is all the rest, we follow 8. Where did 8 come from? Wait 1 second. 8, all 8 does is activates 1 and 3. So let's follow it. You go here, you follow 8. You can see 8 goes up along here, branches off into 2. This one joins the third row, which is 3. This one branches off and joins the first row, which is 1. So 8 really activates 1 and 3, and that's it. But if you want to combine it, let's say 9 is another example. 9 is not, and it's partially paneled and partially numbers. And what I mean is it activates that panel and 3, which gives you a 9. I don't know why I'm coughing so much today. Alright. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and they all go, and they each work. Now what I did is I took all of them and extended them to the exact same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I put 3 blocks distance in between each one and lined them up perfectly. Now, if you see, I'm not going to activate it now because now, I'll explain later, it would activate the rest of them. But the same way, let's say 1, you follow 1, and it puts the power to 1. Let's say we follow, this is 4. Sorry, I don't know why I'm coughing so much. 4 goes up and actually goes to 4. The same with, let's say that's 9, 7, follow 7, goes up here, down here, and activates 7, which is that one there. The reason I needed them spaced further apart and straight is because now I have to implement the repeating part. The part that actually makes sure that they all play one after another and not that I activate individually one by one. So the button is connected, and I'll explain what that is next. To this, continues, carries the signal, and brings it to this. Powers 1. The signal is carried from 1, and it goes through these, which are set to power 3. They're all set to distance 3, which means that this is a delay. Then activates 2. Goes here, activates 3, goes here, all the way, till activates 9. Then the signal comes back here, and this is where looping comes in. It adds another delay, and it comes back here to an AND gate, one of the only 2 logic gates in this entire thing. An AND gate means that 2 inputs together have to be on. So, if the switch is down, up, it's off, because one input will go on, but the second one isn't. When I put the second input in, both of them will go, and when it comes back, it will like that and start the process again, which is why this will not loop it, and yet this will make it loop. But I ran into a problem, because as you can see, all the numbers don't light up at exactly the right second. You can see the bottom one lit up, and then that. Not all the panels light up at the exact same second. So the problem was that the button wasn't carrying the signal for long enough, and it looked like random stuff. I needed it to hold her a little bit longer, and I didn't want to make a switch and have to time it perfectly every time. I want to make a button. So here's where the second logic gate comes in. This is a memory cell. These 2 blocks here make up a memory cell. What a memory cell does is when you put an input, when you put something into it, it'll remember that until it's reset. So what I did is I made this powers 2 of them, 2 redstone wires. And as it goes here, it turns it on, which in return outputs the signal to start the machine, and starts a delay here to reset it. So it basically, what it does is this button pushes it, and it keeps the signal on for, instead of a button which puts a signal for like half a second, it goes for like 2 seconds. Because this is like a 2-second delay, so it turns itself on, and only after 2 seconds will it turn itself off. And when all of that is done, you have this. So, quick sum up. This is a delay which activates it to about 2 seconds. This 2 seconds will go here, start displaying one number, go through the delay, display the next, and if this switch is on, the AND gate will go into function and will loop. All of these numbers go to these numbers, which are the same thing, just compacted. Each of these, which goes to whatever their specific combination is. All the wires go to the panel. These panels go to that, the activation for the panels, and they go to that. And in the end, you have the one button that activates everything, and when you turn it on, all that will come into play. And I'm going to pillar up so you can see the machine going. Over here, you see the delays going back and forth, displaying the next number. Goes up, displays the next number, goes up, displays the next number, goes up, the next, up, the next, and then it comes back for the reset, goes over there, and if that was switched over there, it would come back here and loop again. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll be making some more in my Redstuff series, but this is just episode 1, and I hope you like it. See you next time. Bye.